The Georgia Department of Transportation employs a variety of people, many whose offices aren't in cozy office spaces, but on the roads you travel every day. These are some of their stories.
Mark A. Darrell, HERO it means Highway Emergency Response Operators.
Hannah Dockery. I've been at GDOT for about 2 years. I am the Assistant Highway Maintenance Foreman for Clayton County.
My name is Joshua Kofer. I'm a bridge inspection supervisor for Georgia DOT.
We caught up with these brave workers recently to discuss close calls they've experienced, as well as how these incidents have personally affected them.
Like a typical day, typical traffic, and I think we just had onboarded maybe 3 new employees at our location. And all of a sudden, I just hear a car that's going really, really, really fast. And it just speeds and it's coming directly at us. And we're at like a fork in the road. They were heading directly towards us. Like, we've already pulled up most of our lane closure and it's just the aero board that's behind us. So as I look up and we're connecting the aero board, they zoom, like I'll say they might have been like maybe 2 cars away from us from running into us. And it was maybe the 3 new people, myself, and another veteran that's here. And it was very scary. I've never been or had a close call that close before.
Basically what we had was a fatality that we were working. It was during the night. It was at 3 o'clock in the morning, actually. We pull up, set up our diversion, and motorists who don't pay attention or don't care fly through our diversion. So our diversion is set up with traffic control with cones. We use cones to give people direction in which way they need to go. This motorist blew through the traffic control, and while myself and an operator were standing there, we had to move out of the way, and the motorist went through our traffic control onto the scene. So when they went onto the scene, they were actually stopped by law enforcement and apprehended for breaking our traffic control.
We were standing there on the shoulder of the road discussing something we saw out on the bridge, and I looked down the road, and we were probably 20, 30 foot in front of my van, and a lady was coming down the road, and as she passed the van, she started kind of veering off onto the shoulder. So Dana and I stepped back further off the shoulder, and her car came by us running 40 miles an hour right where we were standing on the shoulder, and she was looking down at her phone when she came by. Never saw us, never saw our van, and on down the road she went. I don't even know if she to this day knows we were standing there.
And as my guys operators, they have way more close calls than I'm comfortable with. And a lot of their close calls are with people not paying attention to the road conditions and traffic control that we have out. I mean, I don't think I'd survive the next day if I lost one of my guys on my ship. I would no longer just do this job. It would be over for me.
Once it's over, honestly, I get angry because she put my life at risk, she put Dana's life at risk, she put her life at risk, the people driving down the road in front of her, behind her, going the other way. It could have been a very bad situation had she hit one of us, hit the van. If she looked up at the last minute and saw us and dove into oncoming traffic, there's just 1,000 things that could have gone different that could have ruined a lot of people's days.
And when that happened, I was like, I could have died, like, over speeding? Like, is that a logical reason to die? When, our only job out there was to try to save lives by, protecting the roadway. And normally in the evenings when I get home, I'm trying to get my daughter prepped for track practice, and she wasn't gonna have her mom there, and that's kind of a scary thing, and to think that I came to work and I thought I was gonna come back home and I'm not because someone's speeding.
The decisions you make behind the wheel could mean life or death for the brave men and women of the Georgia Department of Transportation.
We would like to go home to our families, same way you're trying to get where you're going.
Slow down, get over. We want to go home too.
My office is on the side of the road. It's scary. And the only way to make it a safer place is that the public just watches out for us the same way we watch out for them.
Don't cut their story short.